Welcome on in to day number 5, the final day of our January Jumpstart, and today is actually a biggie. There's a lot to get in here, but again, this isn't really just about these 5 days. This is about you taking all of this work and how you can implement it across the year to still have a breakthrough year, even with all that is going on right now. So today is about success stacks for 2021, and this is really about how you can own the day, because your goals are achieved by what you do on the day by day. They are not achieved by the big massive things that you do once in a blue moon. They are made up of the little stacks, the little habits, your little rituals, the little tiny action steps that you build on one at a time. And when we build in these success stacks, they have a compounding effect. So whilst it feels small to get going with, over time, they're going to compound and they're going to be the things that help you to achieve your goals. So what I'm going to be sharing with you today is very basic stuff, and it might seem so simplistic, but I promise you, if you practice these and you practice doing them consistently, that you allow yourself to embody that feeling of like, this is just who I am, this is just part of my practice and what I do, then that's when things will really start to change your life. Now, the first one is going to be our health stacks. I think that whether you have a body goal or weight loss goal, it's not really about that. It is about optimizing health. If we want to be able to have the energy to go after the life of our dreams, we have to have a body that can keep up with that. So prioritizing and looking after your health is going to be a big part of that. And I think with everything that's happened recently, it has never been more essential that we prioritize our health and look after ourselves. And there's been an overwhelming focus within the group of you guys who've been going through this challenge that prioritizing yourself and your self-care is a huge part of that. So these very basic health stacks are going to be the first part of that. And they are 5 simple things. And it's going to be no surprise to you, because if anybody did my previous challenge, the 5-day fix, which was a focus on the health, then that's exactly what these health stacks are. So they are going to be hydration, making sure that you're drinking enough water. Sleep, prioritizing your sleep, making sure you be getting between 7 to 9 hours per night. Movement, are you moving your body daily? Are you getting out and walking? Are you getting your steps up? Especially through times when we've been in lockdown, we are moving less and less. It means we have got to be more mindful about getting up and moving, even if we're just having to move around our house. Of course, get outside when you can. Breath, adding in breath work. We so often are here breathing up in our chest, and we're feeling anxious and we're feeling rushed and everything else that we're dealing with. When we slow the breath down, tap into the parasympathetic nervous system, calm the body down, then that's really where we get to support the immune system. And then the final one is making sure that you are adding in nutritious foods. You are getting a good, solid, balanced diet. Now, I could go into a lot of detail about that, but I'm just going to direct you down to the 5-day fix video that I did that will walk you through. And it's not just telling you about the main things that I want you to implement, but also the science behind it and why it is so essential for you to do those. So check out the video below after you've finished watching this. We're then going to come into our mindset stacks, and this is really about having the ability to wipe that slate clean every single day, that every single day is an opportunity to start afresh, because this is where we get stuck on our goals, when we're like, oh, I've gone off track, I may as well just not bother at all. But no, if you can start again in the next moment, and at the very least the very next day that you're starting the day afresh, then that is going to help you to maintain your energy, your intention, and it's going to help you to keep on seeing those little steps forwards. First one, morning routine. Establish a morning routine that's going to work for you. This is a huge one that I work on with my Shine Squad members. It's something I've become very passionate about, because my morning routine has changed my life. Again, I'm not going to go through it in detail because there is a video already for that, a very basic 15-minute morning routine where you start your day with intention, and a big part of that is getting intentional about your day. And this is where the use of the planner, the daily focus sheet. These are the steps that are going to help you to move towards your goals this year. Remember, you can get a free copy of this. If you don't have the hard copy, you can print the pages off. There is nothing stopping you from using this resource. So having that daily focus, having the opportunity to reflect and review regularly, like we did at the beginning of this challenge, we took a step back and reflected on our year. Now, what if you gave yourself the opportunity to do that every single week? Imagine those little improvements that you can make every single week when you are constantly looking back and saying, okay, what went well? What didn't go so well? How am I feeling? What's going on with that? What can I change? What do I now want moving forward? And that is what the reflect and the review work is all about. So 2 major mindset stacks: your morning routine, reflection and review work. Now, we can work and develop lots more habits, behaviors, routines, but it's got to be a very personal journey. And I will list out all of the habits that I have created routinely in my life that helps me take those steps closer towards my goals. So they might be things like waking up early, journaling, meditating, working out at least 3 to 5 times per week, hydrating my body, breath work, so it's not always meditation, sometimes it's just breathing, having my content creation, being here, doing these videos on here, on all of my social media channels, getting out and walking daily. Every day I'm out walking the dogs. Every day I'm reading. I'm sending 2 emails to my email list per week. Starting the day with a development habit. And starting small, and we really start to create those habits. So I've given you a list and maybe some ideas of some of the success stacks that I have in there. However, it's got to be relevant to you and what you are trying to create. So this really takes us back to what we started to establish yesterday when we looked at what the goals that we wanted to create were, and then ask yourself, what do I get to do in order to achieve that goal? Who is the person that I get to become? What do I have to show up and be doing? And what is one habit that I could implement that would help me get closer to that? So think about the things that are relevant to your goal and start to map out what are some of the habits that you want to implement into your life that are going to be your success stacks for 2021. If you want to build on this or want to learn more about the idea of habit stacking and habits in general, I highly, highly recommend the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. I'll put the link to that down below in the description. I actually listened to it on Audible, and actually daily learning, reading, Audible is such a great resource if you've never used audiobooks. Again, I'll put all the links are going to be down below. Audible has been such a huge game changer because I always want to be learning new ideas, new concepts, new things, and I don't always have the time to sit down and read, although daily reading, sitting down, reading a physical book is one of the ones that I want to establish for myself for this year, as well as listening to lots on Audible. So James Clear, Atomic Habits, highly recommend. There's some great strategies in there to help you to start to develop your own success stacks. And of course, this is massively what we help you with within the Shine Squad. And throughout all of this work, if you've been like, yes, I'm loving this, I'm absolutely loving this work, but you want more support with it, you can definitely come and ask me more about the Shine Squad, as this is what we do on a weekly basis within the Shine Squad to help you enhance your development. So I want you to just go through the questions that I've put into the workbook as I've listed these out, looking at what are your goals that you want to achieve, what are the steps that you're then going to take to put in that, and then I've listed out the some of the stacks that I'm starting to give to you and the relevant links down below, and then start to ask yourself, what other stats do you get to add in of your own that are relevant to you, your goals and your life. As always, I want to know how you found this. What are the things that came up for you? What is the one habit that you are going to be starting to implement that you know is going to be a game changer in helping you to achieve your goals? Let me know what that one habit is in the comments, because a big part of this is having that one habit, practicing that, and then build. That's when it starts to compound. If you give yourself a bazillion to start all at once, it's going to feel really overwhelming and quite tough. I know that you're already busy, and it's really the most simplistic habit that can have the most impact on your life first. So I'd love to know which one that you're going to be implementing. I'm going to be back next week. I'm going to let you sink in and settle into some of this work, but I'm going to be back next week with a bit of a recap and some bonus resources to help you get into action as we now start to take all of this work and turn it into the action steps, because none of it means anything if you don't actually take action on it. And you have got to believe in yourself that it is possible for you to. This is a chance, an opportunity for you to take responsibility of your goals, your dreams, and to absolutely go and make them happen this year. No matter what is going on outside of us, let's concentrate on what we can still make those bits of progress on. Thank you so much for being here within this challenge, but it's not quite the end just yet.